Hey everyone, Fabian, Empire Build Academy, jumping into my BOG defense setup ready for today. Only 2.5 hours away when making this video from that starting for BOG Ultimate War. And I just wanted to share on an image, on a screen image, everything that I've got going on and see if there's any feedback from you guys in reference to what I should do. So T1 mounted, you can see I've got 440 million of those T1. T2 mounted, I'm going with the 50% ratio. So 50% T2 of the T1, so I've got 224 there, and then 50% of the T2 mounted, not quite there, but almost, with 100 million of the T3, and I have roughly in between 100 to 250k layers of everything else going all the way up to my T14. Sub-generals, you can see I've got Baldwin, Antony, and Hojo Ujiyasu, and I'm just going to jump over to the game quickly so we can see exactly what ones I have, because I've got an idea actually for today. This is something that I've seen in the past, and I've never actually gone ahead and done what I'm thinking today. So, sub-generals, Baldwin, Antony, Hojo, Baldwin, Antony, Hojo again, Hojo or Hojo? Hojo, I'm not sure. And the final three there, Hojo, Andrew Jackson, Arminius. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Arminius. I don't think his buffs are really all that. Reduces enemy ground troop and mounted troop HP by 10%, enemy range troop and siege machine attack by 15%. So not too bad, but I'm just thinking of getting rid of this guy for a dedicated ground general. And then on top of that as well, if you have a look, I've got Darius, and he is coming with that 35% debuff and also enemy ground troop and mounted troop HP by 20%. And then if we go and have a look at Narcissus, which I was very lucky in getting, he actually comes with 50% reduction on ground troop attack, and then also on the enemy ground troop and mounted troop defense by 40%. So my thought process with this is changing Isaac Brock on the defense. So normally what I'd be doing here is adding Isaac Brock. Go to my main over here. This is the guy that I'd be adding. And when we have a look at his stats, increases in-city ground troop and mounted troop attack and HP by 30%, and in-city ground troop attack and defense by 20%. But the issue I'm thinking with that, these in-city buffs are all percentages and of course not the flats. And I know Queen Boudica also does the same, but I'm just thinking, would I be better off having one of my subordinate city generals with the debuff for the ground troop attack on there rather than using Isaac Brock? It's something that I've fleeted with the idea in the past. I've seen a few people have said they've tried it. I personally have never ever tried it, so it'd be really awesome getting this video out there as quick as possible and just seeing if there's any views from you guys over there on whether it's something that you would do, something you have done, or something you have seen work in the past. So do let me know your thoughts on that one. Going back to the image again, my debuffs are getting better. One thing I will just mention here, and I'm sure it's pretty obvious to everyone, I don't make these thumbnails. I wish I was this clever. I'm genuinely not. It is the beautiful AI that puts everything into an image when I give it the information, but it's put there at the top right under the Antony logo, Expert Antony Player. Now let me just debuff that one straight away. I am definitely no Expert Antony Player. I am someone who has built up my account, built up all of my defense and my attack and things like that through you guys out there. I am not the expert, but I've just noticed that when looking at this image. So spoiler alert, I'm not an expert Antony player. I'm getting better, but I'm certainly nowhere near that. Key to survival in BOC and BOG, massive T1 mounted wall. That is something I have. Strong layers and debuffs. My debuffs are getting better all the time. Boudica plus elite support, and that's where I was talking about that general. And you can see just above that, add a ground debuff general as an assistant. I think it is what I'm going to try in this and see how that goes. I've got my new generals as well. So I've now got Marcian for the range march, and I've got Akechi, Mitsuhide as well for the ground march. So that is hopefully going to give me some decent returns, decent points on joining the different rallies. Now just go back over there quickly. Just want to make sure that I've got everything done on rally spot before I go any further. It is the numbers 4 and 5. That number 3 is my mounted, so that is what I'll be sending there. Although my mounted isn't great, my general is a little bit outdated. Then this is obviously the new guy, Marcian, going with Ragnar, making sure that I've got select a subordinate city is done as well. And obviously I need to be aware when sending to a march, this actually could be something that I don't think of. I'm assuming they can't be in two places at the same time. So if I am sending a march to the rally and I'm sending my subordinate cities, that probably isn't a good idea because they're not going to actually be helping when defending. So this is a great point for defending. I think I'm going to save them them as that. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I'm actually going to save that now as an option. I'm going to say don't send them, and the reason I'm saying don't send them is because they are going to be more beneficial to me defending than they are attacking. I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to do it with the mounted as well. I always want them in there on the wall doing defense. Now, if that is something that you don't agree with and you think I should be sending them, then like I say, do please mention in the comments. So it will be good to join with those new generals that I've got, Marcian and Akechi. So that is also sorted. I've already added all my buffs for today. Obviously, I'll have my dragon ones to do the active skills when the BOG actually starts. And again, all I'm trying to do for BOG, go into the center and go into the, is it the fourth one? I think it is. Win server war. It's not that one. It's the one across. Win the Battle of Gaugamela and earn 6k personal scores to open that Senate seat. I'm surely going to get 6k very soon. I'm starting to get towards the 10ks in some of them, so I'm kind of shocked. Is it with, I'm assuming it's with winning, isn't it? Win the Battle of Gaugamela. Okay, I'm going for 6k tonight, and I need your help. Do let me know in the comments whether or not you would change that Grand General, and is there anything else that I've actually missed from this image? Is there something that I'm not thinking? I want the best possible chance to get that 6k score tonight in BOG. I know obviously there'll be people going after Ultimate War and all those kind of things, and obviously a lot does play into it, but defensively I think I'm going to be okay. Another tactic I have tried recently to go next to where all of us gather, so normally it's the rally hall or the hospital or something like that. I think it's a tactic I'm going to try again today. Try and get some reinforcements early and see if I get any buffs on that. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in that BOG tonight live stream, which starts at 6 p.m. UK time, which will be roughly 2 hours or so after this video is released. Look forward to seeing you then.